Welcome to stream. Welcome back to True Colors. This may or may not be. Oh no, it's not mirror image. It's you can read it. I can't even claim that this is in honor of Steph because she is actually not a mean lesbian. She is a very, very nice lesbian. Bless her. I am not though. I am a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed. So yeah, I'm so obsessed with these like Y2K sort of like I don't even know what to call them, like halter top type situations. I bought a bunch of them recently, and I love them so much. They're so stretchy and comfortable, and as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to get it because I am like such a mean lesbian. Anyways, so yeah, we're doing episode 2 today. Hang on, it says that my mic is peaking a bit. I'm gonna just turn it down a bit. She's always a little sensitive. But yeah, we're doing episode 2 today, which should be definitely an emotional time, but I'm ready for it. Okay, so before we get started, as always, just some quick housekeeping. Exclamation point map in the chat stands for Medically for Palestinians. The link will lead you to the Medically for Palestinians website. The organization basically does what it says on the tin, gets very much needed medical aid and supplies to Palestinians. Please donate if you can. Exclamation point BDS in the chat stands for boycotts, divestment, and sanctions. Just hold up for a second there. Yeah, so the link will lead you to the BDS website where you can learn more about the movement. It's basically a petition from Palestinian civil society to the international community to boycott Israeli goods, divest from Israeli institutions, and place sanctions on the Israeli government. Exclamation point Palestine in the chat. We'll lead you to 2 links. The first is for the booklet made by the wonderful people over at Game Assist. It'll give you lots of good information about Palestine, common Zionist myths, connections to the gaming industry, stuff like that. So you should definitely check it out. The second link is for the Decolonize Palestine website. It'll give you lots of good information and history on Palestine that you should definitely read up on, as well as a very good reading list. Exclamation point Steve.bu stands for content warnings. It'll give you a list of content warnings for this episode. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I just can't think of what it is. Oh, the title of the stream, Grief is Love, Persevering. I could not for the life of me figure out how to spell the word persevering for some reason. It took me at least like 5 tries before I finally had to give up and then look it up. Just a peek might have dyslexia moment from Fae, but we finally figured it out. We made it work. So yeah, let's just get right into this. Oh, also, I've got the fan going today because I am dying, so hopefully you can hear me okay, and you can't hear the fan too much. I'm trying not to, like, shout over it, but it's kind of difficult because I've got, like, my earbuds in and I can still hear, like, the fan in the background, so I feel like I'm not talking loud enough, but just let me know. Oh yeah, continue. Chapter 2, Lanterns. I always forget what Chapter 2 and 4 are called, because the titles are kind of, forgettable.
I'm not big on speeches. I've always believed that the role of the bartender
That one picture of Gabe kissing the
is to
bear.
shut
Oh
up
my
and
God.
listen. And by that measure, Gabe was the worst bartender I've ever known.
I never issued a speeding ticket to someone on a bicycle before, till he came along.
He cared so much about my admissions essay. Even though he probably couldn't spell admissions or essay.
He booked my band to play the lantern. all the way from Seattle to pretty much right where I'm standing.
That in the book, in Steph's story. I read that scene and it is very cute, and their like immediate connection in the face of like Steph being so just like defeated and depressed and like not really knowing like what she's doing and like where she's going and feeling like motivated by anything, and her relationship with Izzy breaking apart. It's just like she comes to this small town to meet this random guy who like begged her on Reddit to come play in this small town because he wanted to see them play. And just it's really cute. I highly recommend reading the book if you haven't. Steph's story. It's really good.
I can recall 14 specific instances where Gabe said something that made me laugh. The first was 2 years ago.
So, long story short, instead of a ticket, I ended up buying him a beer.
Fuck's sake. Why is the cop here?
Gabe
The fact that
stood,
his like
3 feet away.
emotional story involves
Grinning
not
like a
issuing
doofus
him a
at us.
speeding ticket, like fucking cops.
I'm sure there were more people. But I only remember him.
And then he said, I know! That's why the K is silent. Then the fifth time,
He cared about everyone.
He was the kind of guy you wanted to be around.
he was a world-class bullshitter.
He was my best friend.
All I want to say about Gabe is he came into this bar as a stranger, but he left it as family.
Sheer audacity of this man. Not to try and give away spoilers, but the sheer audacity of this man.
Guess that's that then. What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident. And I just wish
It
that,
wasn't an accident.
son, now is not the time.
Really,
Gabe
Ryan, you're gonna do
called
this
the
now?
mine. I gave him my sat phone to be sure he could get through. They fucked up. And now Gabe's dead.
That was my shift. If anyone had called, it would have gone through me. Nobody called.
You're lying. In front of Gabe's own fucking sister. Alex heard the whole thing.
That's not really true.
Well, I didn't hear Gabe make the call. But he told us he got through.
Well, if Gabe said something, then I'm inclined to believe him, Mac. What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call. Draw your own conclusions.
All right, folks. This is an ongoing investigation.
How about we review the sequence of events?
Well, son,
When I saw you at the record store, you seemed pretty eager to find Gabe. Remember why? Another fight with Riley, maybe?
No, I don't have to take this.
Just saying. Pretty wild that you come stumbling out of Gabe's apartment with your face all fucked up.
Right.
And just a couple hours later, you just so happened to miss the call that would have saved his life.
Look, I told
See?
you there was no call to miss. And maybe the call got dropped. Or shit, I mean, it's not like Gabe was Mr. Reliable all the time.
Watch your mouth, Mac.
right, that's enough. Now, I'm just as eager as you to understand all this, son, but there was a time...
Bullshit, Dad. This little weasel's calling Gabe a liar at his own fucking wake.
No, I
This is
am
not the
just
time
telling
and
you.
the
Mac,
place
I
for
swear,
this.
if you say there was no call one more fucking time...
Stop it! Stop it now!
the time or place. We're all here for Gabe. Okay, Ryan?
Sure, I'm sorry. It's not... I'm just...
Like, this is the frustrating thing about Ryan, is like, anger is a part of the natural part of the grieving process, but he's making this about him and his feelings, and like, this is not the time or the place to do this. Like,
Aren't you, though?
yikes.
What the fuck did you just say?
Ryan, back off.
I'm just saying. I thought I heard that you were the one.
You shut the hell up.
No, go ahead. You got
It's just
something
so
to say, Mac?
selfish.
Let's
Like,
fucking hear
Come
it.
on, guys. Don't make me intervene.
All right, fine.
the fact that Steph's the
As long
only
as we're
one who
tossing around
notices that
accusations,
Alex
way
leaves,
I
that's
hear it,
really fucking
you're the guy who cut the rope.
Ay. Yeah, just, it's so...
Why not you? Wake's over. Everyone out.
Just a little FYI, in case anyone is in case anyone's unclear about why I'm so mad at Ryan. Wakes and funerals are not the place to air your grievances with someone. Like, I don't care if you think that, like, so-and-so was responsible for what happened. I don't give a shit. You don't start fights at someone's goddamn funeral or wake. You are supposed to be there. Like, Charlotte's right. You're supposed to be there for them. It's about honoring them and remembering them. And, like, sending them off. It's not supposed to be a time when you fucking drag up your grievances and your bullshit and you pick fights with someone. It's like, it's just so unbelievably selfish, and it's so disrespectful to, like, Charlotte and Alex. Like, this is her brother we're talking about. And, like, Charlotte basically lost, like, her partner of, like, how, I don't even know how many years. He was basically, like, acting like a second father to Ethan. And he's, like, not even considering, like, how any of this is affecting them. How his behavior is affecting them and making it worse for them. He just barrels on ahead. And, like, Sarah talks about this a bit in the True Colors video essay, the Game Assist True Colors video essay, about, like, the way Steph and Ryan behave, not just surrounding grief, but around, like, emotion in general, is very gendered. And that's social, right? Like, it's not biological, it's social. These things are reinforced and taught within our society. Men are taught to be angry and that they can't show, like, weakness or vulnerability. So that basically includes, like, any other emotion other than anger. Like, they can't be sad, they can't cry. And they're supposed to, like, expel their anger outwards because, like, that's what a man does. He, like, takes charge or whatever, you know? And women are taught to suppress their emotions in favor of serving other people. They're taught to suppress their anger, that, like, expressing your anger is, like, bitchy and rude and it isn't ladylike or whatever. And, like, obviously these things are slightly different depending on, like, race. And if you think about Charlotte, like, as a black woman, the way, like, black women are traditionally villainized for their anger in particular. You know, like, the caricature, the stereotype of, like, the angry black woman. That plays into this stuff, too. And it's just, yeah, it's interesting the way that Alex, like, processes and deals with all this stuff, and the way that, like, Steph is doing it, and the way Ryan is doing it, and, like, all of these different things. So I highly recommend watching, I already mentioned this, I highly recommend watching the Game Assist video essay on this game. It's really, really good. It talks about a bunch of stuff, like the foster care system, and the gendered and racialized nature of labor, but it also talks about, like, the stuff that I just mentioned, and it's really interesting.
Alex?
Hey.
Fuck those guys.
Literally, yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Steph. Fuck those guys.
Are you okay?
I will be.
Not really. But I will be.
It's not your job to keep it together.
Thanks.
So good, so good.
Do you...
The way that Steph recognizes
it's
Alex
messy,
as like self-serving,
do you
self-sacrificing,
wanna
or
come
not
in?
self-serving, sorry, I said that wrong, self-sacrificing and like selfless nature, the way she always wants to take care of other people at the expense of her own feelings. She recognizes that in her and she's like, listen, it's not your job to keep it all together. So good.
You play guitar?
Sort of. It was a gift. From Gabe.
Cool. Gabe would try to pop wheelies outside the record store to make me laugh. Never worked. Till he wiped out. That was hilarious.
Oh, Stephanie Gingrich, I love you more than words.
Gabe really wanted to do the art for Ethan. But by the end of it, he was more jazzed about it than anybody.
Wish I could have seen it.
I really love this scene. It's just so intimate and sad and beautiful.
We took this a year ago.
It's just
No way. I can't.
What?
He actually kept it. What a dick. Sorry. I just need a minute.
Yeah. No problem. Calm down, Alex. You're fine. You're fine. Whatever that bottle made her think of, it really messed her up. I wonder if I could help her the same way I helped Ethan. I need to feel her sadness to figure out how to help her.
let's do this. The emotion visuals, like when she takes on someone else's emotions, are very cool. And I think my favorite is probably the one in episode 3 with
Now
Charlotte.
I can
it's
find
just
out what's really going
so
on with Steph.
good. We'll get there when we get there.
Damn it! Fucking overpowered blue meteor.
Aww. Is your controller broken too?
We're playing until I win.
Then I'll be crashing here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
Oh, you're the worst. Can't believe I have to stay in this stupid town.
Yeah, that's
I
in the
think
book
we both
too.
know you could have beat me if you really wanted to. So you're welcome.
Bullshit.
She was planning on leaving like a week after she got to Haven Springs. And Gabe convinced her to stay.
What are they called again?
Don't shit on my yard! They're amazing! Their guitarist has one arm.
Oh,
Badass.
it's great. Disabled King. We love to see it.
Dude, give it up. I already booked a bus ticket.
Wait, hear me out. One more game. If I win, you have to stay. If you win, I'll cover the ticket.
You just lost $50.
Here's to your new job at the station.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm not taking it. I moved to Denver.
Yeah, we
next
did these
week.
out of order, but
What?
I think I know enough to help her now.
emotional damage.
Still can't believe he's gone.
Yeah. He's the whole reason I'm still... I'm sorry, Alex. Don't mind me.
Small game. Or,
Wanna
wait,
get a few
that's
matches
the wrong
of
one. I
Dino
meant to say
Racer in?
foosball.
Could be a nice distraction.
Oh,
Well,
hey,
thanks.
Helena. Long time no see. How are you
just
doing?
need
I'm doing
That
okay.
didn't help.
It's pretty hot, but I've got the fan going. So,
How about a quick match?
Did Gabe tell you we played?
gosh.
I just had a hunch.
Yeah? Well, you're right. I don't really think it's a great time. Fine.
First to 5 points.
Alright, let's
You
see if
say
I can
so.
do this.
So, how often did you and Gabe play?
It was one of our favorite games.
You must be pretty good then.
Mm-hmm.
You were in a band, right?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Drums.
How long did you play with them?
Too long.
There we go.
5 points! That's game!
Yep. Big shocker.
Oh, hey, at least you played your best.
I mean, that obviously wasn't my best.
No, I get it. And this is a tough game.
The fact that she and Gabe both
Or
have the
skill.
same, like,
Timing.
little shit energy is
And
so
a will to be
good.
champion.
It's
Oh,
very
Is
just.
that how it
mwah.
is?
Wait, hold on. The crowd is really picking up on my energy. We love you, Alex! Steph sucks!
Okay, fuck you. I want a rematch.
You're on.
Dead.
I'm actually trying this time, so you better focus.
I am focusing.
Good. Wouldn't want you to get distracted or anything.
Oh yeah, I remember she
Certainly
like
not.
flat out asks, like, so, are you gay? Come on.
Greatest Northwest band of all time, go.
Are you trying to distract me?
Oh, of course not. Slater Kinney, if you were wondering.
Come on, you can do this. I say to myself. There we go. Did it.
Woo!
Shit.
Oh, that's a win.
I was actually trying that time. Okay, wait. Let's get serious. One more game. Winner takes title of Ultimate Foosball Champion.
I don't know.
Come on. You know Gabe would be all about us playing like this.
Well, then it's settled.
This is it. For all the marbles.
So many marbles.
Definitely the kind of game you want to focus on, no matter what happens.
Totally.
Hey, so are you into girls or what?
Yeah. Girls are pretty rad.
Right? Especially girls that play foosball and host radio stations and wear beanies like it's a religion.
Sounds like a winning combo.
There we go.
This is what?
How convinced were you that that was gonna work? From 1 to 10?
Like a 3?
Well, that's more than 0.
Come on. You can do it. We're so close. We can do this. I'm like so into this now. I'm like, we have to fucking succeed at this silly little game within a game. I'm not losing. Yeah.
Foosball champion! Foosball champion!
Goddamn shit, family! Oh,
I'm so
Good
goddamn proud of myself right now.
Thanks, Alex. I'm really glad you talked me into it. It was a lot of fun.
Of course.
Oh, record stuff again.
So, what are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
That shit with Mac. He's clearly lying, right?
Okay, I just wanted to wait until the foosball game was done because I needed to focus. Helena, regarding your message, I have some cool ideas for your Twitch channel. May I share with you? If this is going to be a thing about getting me to hire you to do more like artwork for my channel, I'm still low on funds. I'm still in the process of trying to get a job. Also, I'm just not interested in changing anything about my channel right now. Or my channel art. I gotta tell you, like, I have, I don't know if you noticed, I actually have a pinned message on my chat that says, like, hey, don't promote your shit in my chat because it annoys me, and I had, like, so many people doing it, and it was getting very irritating, and I just am not interested in that stuff right now. And it pisses me off when people just come into the chat to be like, oh, like, buy my shit, like, hire me, give me money. Like, I get it, capitalism is hard, we're all trying to make a living, it sucks, I understand, I sympathize, but, like, it irritates me because, like, I think that people are here to, like, actually, like, be a part of the stream, and, like, because they're interested in, like, the game, or, like, they're interested in, like, seeing what I have to say about it, and then it's just, like, they're trying to promote their art, and it's kind of a letdown. So, yeah, I usually don't put up with that stuff anymore. Like, I usually just block people who try that, but you've been following me for a while, so I'll just let you know that I have a thing about that. So, yeah, I need to learn more.
I'm not sure what Mac's deal is. His story doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I do know that I need to find out exactly what happened that night. For myself and for Gabe.
I've got your back. No matter what.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I should head back to work.
Cool.
The fact that she still has to work. This is like the day of the week and she still has to work. Like, fucking capitalism, man. Like, Jesus. Also, I was just thinking, I think that's the way that this game deals with grief, as opposed to Life is Strange 2, as opposed to Before the Storm, is really interesting because they're all unique takes and approaches to grief based on the different protagonists and the situations they're in and their personalities, and also Alex's emotion power as well. Like, you have Alex helping other people through their grief as a way to kind of deal with help her emotions as well, like in the scene with Steph. And then you have, like, Sean, who's just trying to, like, bury everything to try and take care of Daniel, and he isn't really processing things well. Because everything's just about, like, high-stress elder sibling mode, like, parentification to the max. I gotta protect my child who's developed superpowers, holy shit, and the police are chasing us, and we're being exposed to constant racist violence. And it's like, it's all of this, like, deep, unprocessed, untreated, like, trauma and grief, and, like, the way that marinates inside him, it's like, it's so... Oh, like, it's a lot. When we get there, we're gonna talk about it, but it's a fucking lot. I find it very interesting. And then you have Chloe, the way her mental distress manifests, like her, one might say, emotional dysregulation, even though I do have qualms about that term, like, and the way she processes things, or sometimes, doesn't process things and feels things, the way she lashes out in anger, the way she abuses substances and stuff, and then her either hallucinations of William, or her, like, imagining William and having these conversations with him, and the way she sort of like processes stuff that way, and the way that she goes through all this stuff with Rachel. And it kind of, like, in some ways, I think, helps her deal with some of the stuff with her dad. But, like, when we see her in Life is Strange, she's obviously still, like, having a hard time with her grief. Because she hasn't really found, like, a good way of, like, coping yet. And she doesn't have people in her life that are actually, like, helping her, like, deal with things in a healthy and good way, arguably until Max gets back into town. And I just think it's really interesting the way all these different protagonists grieve differently, and the way the different games explore that. I think it's just really good, and I really like it.
Bye. I know Gabe made that call, but did Mac really let the blast go off just to get back at him?
Seems excessive.
I never got to see bartender Gabe in action, but he left some pretty big shoes to fill. See? I can be a person.
God, that's so fucking relatable. Oh, it's too much.
Hey, Shushu. Thanks for sticking around. The kind of person who got that worked up over a college essay could be capable of almost anything. Feels like 1,000,000 years since that day with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week. Fuck. I just got him back. How can he be gone?
Baby Angel. Okay, we have wolves. We have Wolf Squad, which I'm tempted to do just because Life is Strange 2 energy, but I think I like this one the most. Because this one feels too out of place. Like, I like it, but it feels too, a bit like, what's the word? Like an anachronism? Or, it just feels like a little off. You know, something's off, like something's not right.
Not much to toast at the moment.
Sorry, honey. I know. Washing dishes is the worst.
It's a start. Okay, that did make me feel a little better.
See? A little bit, and I'll get back on track.
So long, depression food. Clean home, clean mind. Right, Dr. Lynn? I wonder how she's really holding up.
Probably not great.
You served him well. At least I got to have a few good moments. One of the happiest memories I have. Thanks, Gabe. Thank God for this thing. We'd never have found Ethan without it. Gabe used to swat the controller out of my hands if he thought I was going to beat him. Jerk. Gabe really meant the world to Steph.
Yeah. Oh.
Would have been fun to see Gabe crush some sweet powder. Or whatever snowboarders say. Ultimate
Fucked if
foosball
I
champion.
know, but I don't
I like
know
the
if that's
sound
what
of
they
that.
say. Alright, let's go upstairs.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
This place is so pretty. For realsies.
I'll toss those soon. I swear.
I think we're just gonna have silence because
I thought this was going to be the one. Finally. Despite all the disappointments, I really let myself believe.
oh honey.
I believed you. Completely. I let myself hope. Really hope. For the first time in years. Even after I freaked out in front of you and hit you, you didn't push me away. You sat right there
So sad.
and told me that I wasn't broken, that I was special, and I belonged.
Oh god.
Then you died. Then I don't know what to believe now. Except you're gone again, and I'm still here. Alone.
It's funny because I'm an only child, so in some ways I can't fully relate to the experience of having siblings that are the experiences that are portrayed in like Life is Strange, True Colors, and Life is Strange 2. But I do have step siblings. I do have a stepsister I've been really close with for the majority of my life, but it isn't the same because we didn't like live full time in the same house, like growing up together. And I spent like the first 8 years of my life without her, so But it is still a unique and good and complicated and interesting bond. But it's not really the same thing as, like, having siblings. And I can't imagine what it would be like to, like, lose your brother in this way after finding him after all this time. Oh, shit. I'm being raided. Hi, Rosenthorn Ranger. Hi, is it Aravis Undercroft? Hi. We're playing Life is Strange True Colors. I don't know why I was saying we. I'm playing it. Everyone's watching me play. I'm the one who's playing it. It's a sad time, but I love it. Friendly greetings. How's you? I'm pretty good. It's really hot, but I got the fan going. It's not too bad. I'm dealing. The game's good. I've played it a few times. It's one of my favorites. I am Life is Strange trash. Hot here too. Oh yeah, I think it's hot everywhere.
Gabe really loved this place.
It's just, we don't have AC where I live because it's not supposed to be hot. So we're all kind of ill-equipped to deal with the sunshine. It's not a good time. We're playing it, our game. Hi, Wombat Kid. Yeah, we're all collectively playing the game.
I bet Gabe could even make golf fun.
What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Button. Here we
You
go.
could stay here too. I wouldn't try to stop you.
Yeah, good. I'll be the only trans person in a town with a population of like 4. That sounds like a blast for me. Thanks for not trying to stop me.
I'm sorry, Izzy. It's not you.
The scene is in Steph's
and it's
story.
not the band.
The book.
I fucking love that
And it's,
shit. But I need to try
It's
this.
interesting seeing
It's
it
just
like fleshed out.
Time for something new.
And within like the context.
I knew it.
Of everything
I
else
knew
that's
this
going
would
on in
happen
Steph's
eventually.
life and their
Okay.
relationship.
See you around, Steph.
Ouch. It's a big fat ouch.
Gabe was such a dad.
I played this on Game Pass. Cool to see a game I've played. Well, nice.
Why look up at the sky when you could look at a sculpture instead?
Yeah, it can be tough. I usually make a swamp cooler, but I'm still putting it off. I actually don't know what a swamp cooler is. Okay, I think that's everything I can do down here. I'm not going to play another round of basically Pac-Man because I'm going to end up spending like 20 minutes. Oh, it's pretty neat. Like an evaporative air conditioner. It only works in places with dry climate, though. Interesting. You blow warm air over ice and water, and as it turns the water to vapor, it cools the air down. That's really interesting. That's cool. Yeah, that's really innovative. Science. Love that shit. Alex, I'm having a small event for your brother tomorrow at 9. I'd love to have you there, but no pressure. Okay, you take all the time you need, Jed. Yeah. Alex, let me know if you need any groceries. I'll cover the cost, Jed.
Thanks, Jed.
Yeah, these, I think I read these out of order. This was the first one. I'm so sorry. Apartment's yours for as long as you need. You know where to find me if anything comes up, Jed. We're avoiding spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, that's interesting.